Hi guys, I'm Kyla.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be doing the natural selection in Isopod's lab. Let's begin by setting up the arena. To set up the arena, you first want to lay out some paper towel on the tray. Make sure to fold the edges of the paper towel so that it does not drape over the sides of the tray. Next, you need to dampen the arena. If there's too much water, blot the paper towel to take off the excess water so that there are no pools of water in your arena. Next, you want to set up the refuge on one side of the arena. To do this, wrap some tin foil over the edge. The next step is to transfer 12 isopods from the main colony into the holding container. The next step is to transfer the isopods from the holding container to the end of the arena opposite from the foil refuge, ensuring that the isopods remain trapped by the cup until you are ready to start the experiment. You may need to also gently tap the bottom of the cup to knock down any isopods that are clinging to the bottom or the sides of the cup. The next step is to choose one group member to act as the predator. Today it will be Alex. And before you're ready to start, make sure you have your timer and your victim container ready. When you're ready to start, one person will release the isopods, and the predator will catch as many isopods in the 30 seconds and transfer them to the victim container. Start the timer. Even though you want to be as fast as possible, be careful not to harm the isopods. After the 30 seconds of predation is over, you can now transfer any isopods that are remaining in the arena into the survivor container.
To avoid experimental bias, choose one group member to record the group data. The recorder will first transfer all isopods to number wells in the 12-well plate. Make sure that you keep track of the number for each victim and survivor. Try to randomize the numbering and do not tell the rest of the group whether a particular number isopod is a victim or a survivor. This information will be only revealed to the rest of the group after the length measurements and speed trials have been completed.
Use a ruler to measure each isopod in each numbered well and record the length in millimeters.
In well number 1, the isopod is 9 millimeters. In well number 2, the isopod is 6 millimeters.
The next step is to set up the racetrack in a similar way that you set up the arena. So first, put the cloth in and dampen it, making sure that it is not too wet. Again, if you do have excess water, just blot it with some paper towel. Once you've gotten rid of the excess water, you then want to put foil on one end of the racetrack to serve as a refuge. Transfer the chosen isopod to the open track. Allow a short recovery time of 5 to 10 seconds. Then you want to start the timer and measure the distance the isopod runs in 10 seconds. To do this, trace the path that the isopod runs on a piece of paper beside the track. Do not write on the lab bench. The next step is to fit a piece of string to the line that you have just drawn. Once you have done that, grab the two ends and lay out the string so that you can measure the distance that the isopod ran in the 10 seconds. In this case, it's going to be 26.5 centimeters. After you have measured the distance the isopod ran, the next step would be to write down the distance beside the corresponding isopod. And then you will want to calculate the speed. The last and final step of this experiment is the cleanup. First, make sure that any isopods left at your bench is returned to the holding tank. You then want to discard damp paper towel, dry the arena and the racetrack, fold the aluminum foil, and return all equipment and containers to the arena tray. Leave it the way you found it.